Hi, I'm going to try and work through the Smart Leisure Park exam within 1 hour to see what I can do within 1 hour compared to what each of you did. So here goes. I'm going to talk through it too. So I've read through the exam paper and basically we have to create a microsite because it says Smart Leisure Park has its own major site. It's for under 18s, so it's going to be in funky colors, but the colors they say are appropriate to woodland. So I'm going to create a site. So the first thing you need to do when you open Dreamweaver is create your site. Site, new site. Site, give it a name. This is going to be called Smart Leisure Park. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me try that again. That's wrong. Site, new site, site, give it a name, Smart Leisure Park, choose a location, I'm going to put, I'll put an S just to make it different, parks, then create a folder for it. Now do not go with the default folder because that will invariably cause problems, so I'm making sure that I go into my sites folder, I go to the right location and I create a folder for it. So I'm going to create this as Smart Leisure Park, no spaces, just in case. So there it is, that's my folder. I choose that for the folder for the whole container. I now go into advanced and select a location within the same Smart Leisure Park folder for images. There are no images folder, so I create one, new images, and create it inside the Smart Leisure. Make sure I'm inside the folder and then I click choose. So that sets up, that's the first thing you do, you set up your site folder. And there it is here. So the next thing is, it's 3 pages, a home page, shop and cafe, and a club's introduction page. So I need a template. So I make sure I create a new HTML. And I'm going to use new document HTML, make sure create. So that's the first thing. Now I'm going to use a new technique that I've been teaching you recently. Make sure I'd like to see the code. So I'm going to have a split screen. Get a split screen there. So I'm going to first of all make sure I'm in body and I'm going to insert a div. Right. Now you've got to be careful with the div because you have to insert it such that it will allow you to style it, which I didn't see there. So I'm going to insert, go into HTML and insert a div. This is the box I'm at the insertion point. Yep. A new rule, ID, wrapper. So I'm going to have something that will hold the entire site because then I can actually make it the size that they've specified. So this applies only to this document, click OK. Now what this allows me to do is to create a box of the width that they've stipulated, which is 1024 pixels and the height is 768 pixels. So we've got that. And then I'm going to do something here to make sure that this website fits into the middle of the page. So what I'd like you to do is under margin, for the wrapper, just click and click auto. That will ensure that it sits in the middle of the page. So you've got 1024.768. Click OK and click OK. So somewhere in there is your wrapper. So what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to add a color. So I'm going to edit the wrapper style, click in the wrapper div. This is the wrapper div here. So where it's content, I'm going to click in it, go down to property inspector, and you see you can edit the rule. This is wrapper, and you can edit the rule. So what I'm going to do is put a background color. For now, I'm going to put black. I can remove it later, but it just helps me understand where my area is. So if I click OK, right, so that's the website. And if I go back into the rule again, click in the div, click edit rule. If I go to the box, you can see it's 1024 by 768. Okay, so that's that. Now, I need a header area. So the header area, page banner, which is full width of the page and includes a suitable logo and a smart. So I need to create a banner which includes the logo. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to have a look at the assets first of all. So going to Finder. Where are my assets? They should be in document. Let me have a look at the assets folder and figure out how I'm going to put things together. So assets is here. Let's have a look at the images because they did say they were all there. Let me expand it. All right, what can I do? How can I have a little bit of a logo going? So I've got, that's the logo there. It's a JPEG, cool logo. And this is, now what they asked us to highlight was Smarts Leisure Park. We want a microsite that promotes our shops and clubs. So where is the shop? What's that? Cakes, camping, canoes. Where are the shops? Okay, shops. So you want to have something that promotes the shops and clubs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a quick slider. I hope I can do it quickly. A slider in the banner area. I think. Let's have a look. That's cycling, so clubs, biking, cakes. Okay. So you got a bit of everything. Okay, I'm going to create a quick go into Photoshop. Now they want it to promote the shops and the clubs. So what you're looking for is a banner. Oh, let's check the logo size. It is 250 by 100. So it's 100 high. So I'm going to make my banner area 100 high. So once Photoshop's open, I'm going to quickly go into Photoshop, File. Right, okay. So I've quickly thought in my head, well, what do they want me to promote? They want me to promote shops and clubs. So I'm going to create a mishmash. So File, New. I've got my canvas. This is the Smart Leisure Park logo. I'm going to change the width. Now I'm going to change the width to 1024 because that's the width of the website given. The height is going to be 100 because the logo is 100. I'm going to leave the DPI as it is, and I'm going to click OK. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to quickly insert a layer of images. So whereas my layers are here, I've got the background frame. I'm going to create another layer, and I'm going to quickly put an image on there. So import an image into, now I might do well with getting my window for the library. Is there a library? Yeah, let's get my libraries in there so that if I need to, I can quickly add assets. So I'm going to import my images. Image. I'm going to quickly import some images. Where is it? File. Oops. Import images from device. Right. Import images from device. Nope. File. Import. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Export. Nope. Image. Image size, image rotation, duplicate, apply image, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do something else. Layer. New layer. Do, 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 do. No. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to quickly open my images. They're in documents, they're in assets, images. I'm going to choose 3. So we're supposed to be promoting the clubs. That's 1. Camping, canoeing. I'm going to open 3. Open that. Yeah. So I'm going to drag, in fact, what I'm going to do is see if I can drag them across into my library. That'll be quicker. So that's background. Where's my library? Here. Okay. So I've got a playground, paintball, hiking. Drag it across the library. Can I do it? No? Why are they not allowing me to import it? Okay, it's Creative Cloud Library. I should be able to import, but it's not doing that. It's giving me video frames to layers. No. Okay. Oh, that's strange. Okay, just open, I'm going to open and copy and paste, it's quicker. So that's biking, I've got biking, right? Yep. Cakes, camping, open. And I'll just open one more file, open, canoes, open, and then one more file. They said shops, so I've still got to, right, come on, don't do this, file, open, just something from the shops. So I'm not going to take that overall shop JPEG because it's not exactly what I want. So I think what we'll do is get something from the shops. Right, so those are the images I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do now is on each layer I'm going to have a bit of something. So I'm going to Command A to select, Command C, and I'm going to drop it onto a new layer, layer 1, Command V. So that's part 1. And then if I click edit, image, edit, layer, where's my transform? Oh yeah, there is edit, transform, I was right first time. Edit, transform, scale, rotate. So free transform. I can click on that, move it where I want. If it's moving it, I like that part because it's showing something that I want. So that's good. I can make it wider, but what I'm going to do is have overlappings. So that's fine where it is. Do I want to crop it? Not really. You can press Shift key and transform it if you want more detail, but I don't. I'm going to just try and get an overlay of images. So quickly, that's done. Don't forget to click the tick sign. Time is not on your side. Click another layer. Let's add another image. Camping. Command A. Command copy. Go to your layer. Click the layer you want it on. So I'm going to rename this layer bike, so I know what I've got there. Bike. This layer I'm going to rename camp, so that I've got what there. So I'm going to put on layer 2, enter. Click the layer. Command paste, right? Don't forget to edit, free transform. It disappears. Right. Edit, free transform. That's that layer. So I'm going to shift that one to the side so that there's something on it. I might shift it up a bit to show some camping. There you go. Nothing elaborate, just trying to get an effect very quickly in the shortest possible space of time. Make sure you click. You can change it, you can make it bigger, but remember time's not on your side. And the last layer is going to be cakes. And don't forget you need the logo, so don't forget that. So cakes, I'm going to quickly drag in the cakes one. Command A, Command C. Again, I'm going to come here. I'm going to Command paste it. I'm going to now go into edit. Don't forget to click the layer, edit. Free transform. I'm going to shrink that a bit, press the shift key and so that it's proportionally done. Shift that this way a bit. I'm going to overlap it a bit. Then the last layer is the logo. So I'm going to click another layer. No, it's not even the last layer. Don't forget to process it. Click another layer. This one is going to be the logo. Logo. And then on that, click the layer. I forgot to open the logo, so file, open logo. Where's my logo? Smart logo. Open it. Right. Command A, Command copy. Go into where you're going to place it. Click the layer. Command paste. Make sure you click on the layer. Go to edit. Go to free transform. Shift it to where you want it. I want mine there. Nicely placed. That's it. Everything's looking hunky-dory. And then a bit of words. All I need is some wording, which is similar to this smarts. So it's got to be attractive to young people. So what kind of thing do I want to put there? So click that. So I just need one more layer for the words. Fun, food, and I don't know, just get, this is a text layer. So I need to use my text tool. If you can't see your tools, make sure you've got your tools. 3D action, brushes, characters, arrange, design, space. Where's my tools? This is a text. Okay, this layer is for text. Press enter, or info, I'll just call it info. Press enter, and I'm going to just write some text. So remember, it's for 18 to 16-year-olds. Fun, freedom, and food. So choose an appropriate font. So don't forget your properties windows, which is here. Click. Fun. You can download fonts, but because time is not on your side, be careful. Fun, freedom, and food. Fun, freedom, and food. So highlight it and get it into the right thing. Again, always remember, time is not on your side, so you really got to make sure you've got everything going on. Let's change the font to something that looks a bit more like that swirly font. Get it like that. No. Now don't get bogged down in trying to get the font perfectly right. Just choose something that is more or less the same. If there was a font inserted, it's different, but just choose something that would work with whatever you're doing. And make sure it's visible. Okay, I'm going to make it a bigger size. Well, that's a smaller size. Let's make it a bigger size, 30. Fun, freedom, and food. I don't know. Let me check another style. I would like something a bit more swirly. Swirly. I mustn't spend too much time on it, but you do have to try and get something that's relevant. Yeah, that looks better. And then let's get the color to be a green color like the one we've got. So we're looking for a kind of a green, more or less that kind of green. Okay, we also want it to be bigger. So you got to play around with it, but just be aware of time. Time is never on your side, and it's got to be readable. If it's not readable, then you've kind of failed. You can also simplify it. It doesn't have to be like everybody else's. So get it where you want. Fun, freedom, and food. You can do a bit of a bend on it. There's no styling. I'm just going to give it a bit of an arch and see if that works. Oh, that's too much. Give it a bit of an arch. Arch lower, arch higher, arch. Let's take it down, bend. Let's reduce the bend. So that, yeah, fun, freedom, and food. Yeah, that bend is a bit better. Yeah, slight bend. That's okay. Can I give it any edging? Can I do anything else with the color? Not really. There should have a line. If I go into properties, 3D effect, you're about to create a 3D. Would you like to switch it? No, I'm not going to do 3D. Okay. Now, the problem with 3D is, if you're not careful, you get bogged down in things. So I'm going to close that. I don't want to do that. Let's go back. Now, that's the problem. Let me do command undo. If you get bogged down, don't get bogged down in things. Just keep your effects simple, because the time is simple. Extrusion. Now I'm just going to close that. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Now that's a problem with some of it. Right, good. We got that back. I'm trying to get this off. get my text brush back. Thank you. That's how you get your text back. Thank you. Right, so we've got this. It's a bit, you might have to change the color slightly. It's a bit too dark. I don't know what it is, but maybe you have to move it more towards the darker side. Let's see, does that help? It's a bit mergy. Don't know. We might have to make it white. Very light green. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. You've got to try and ensure that whatever you do, okay, it's got to fit, conform with what you're, the color's still not quite right. So let's aim for the brown end of things if that's not going to work. Let's try down here. Foresty brown. Okay, that's a little bit better, but still not well on. Let's try it, get a bit darker, heading towards the dark end of brown. Fun, freedom and food. Right, which one? Now, you've got some odd layers. Now, this is all within this similar time frame, so you've got to be careful. Right, I'm going to delete any useless layers, which is that one. Yes. That one too. Delete. Yes. This one is the actual layer of the text. Do we have the properties? Basic properties. Yeah. Okay. Swatches. Crisp, semi-bold, blah, 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 blah. Why is this not picking up? Now, don't get bogged down like I'm getting bogged down. Sometimes you're just going to have to do what you need to do. It's supposed to show properties, but I can't find the properties styles. That's not what I want. And okay, maybe I should make this white. I don't know. Let's try white. It's not doing very well as that color, so let's try that. Right, it's still not working well. Maybe black. It has to work well, otherwise if it's not visible, then there's a point of it, it's all gone. Right, there you go. Okay, right, so that's my logo done. Any layers that are not useful, delete them. Adjustments, libraries, fine. The font is messed up, but we will come back to that. I should be able to edit this so that it looks bevel. Edit, image size, layer, type, warp the text, fine. Sharp, smooth panels, character panels. Not really, I don't want to get into too much of that. Convert path, convert shape, filters, no. Okay. Right, depending on your level of expertise, character styles, you could add stuff, but I'm not going to go into that too much. I was looking for a particular thing, but I can't find it. Okay, this is it. Right, I was looking to bevel stuff, so you can actually do a bit more here. You can actually deal with issues such as the colors, semi-bold, auto, metric. Okay, well, let's not hang on to that too much. Let me just get on with it. So let's just assume that this is my let's actually put a background on this. That might make it easier to see. So let's actually put an object on this. That might make it easier. Let's make it green. The green of the Smarts logo, which is about that one. That's it. The line color, fine. line color will make the brown, the Leisure brown. And then we're going to put that rectangle under the text. Then we can now change the text layer, which is the info. Cancel. Go back and select the text tool. Highlight that. And now I can take that back to the brown I was trying to get before, which is the Smarts Leisure brown. Or let's make it white. Cool. And then I can actually bring down the font to about 36 and shift it so that it's central. Not the best logo. Let's make the box a bit smaller so that it fits. So this layer, we need this button. So it's quite a bit of time spent. Don't get bogged down in it like I am. You may want to just edit, retransform, and just bring down the size so it's more compact. Just so it fits kind of good. Bring it down so that the background can be seen. Now obviously you could be more funky with it, but bear in mind that you have a time constraint. So just make sure everything sits well. And that is now visible. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave my logo. Time for me to make sure there are no additional layers. Fine. File. I could use some kind of opacity on this. So the degree to which I can use a filter on that layer. So if I go to adjustments, I can adjust it. Alright, so I want to adjust that layer just a little bit. Is it the brightness? The alpha. The alpha. No, not that. Did I add a layer? Okay, that's what it is. Let me remove the layers that are causing the problem. That's gone. Delete. That layer. Delete. Yep. Black and white layer. Delete. Alright, and channel mixer. Delete. So what I just want is something on the rectangle. No. Right, the opacity, I can bring it down. Right, so there. That just makes for a better kind of look and feel. Right, so that's the end of my logo. I hope I have time still. File, save as. It's going to be banner. Leisure Park banner. It's going to be PSD into images, save, click OK, maximize. And I'm also going to, don't forget to export it as a JPEG. Export as. JPEG 1024, 100 height, la la la. Export all. Banners, images, export. So that's your banner done. So what you now need to do is to go back into Dreamweaver and now you can begin to create music. So let's just pause this.